Okay. Oh. Anyways. Hi. Anyways. We're gonna turn that off. Fix music. So, some of you may or may not know, but I am a very huge fan of The Last Dinner Party. It is a British female rock band, plus Lizzie Mason. Anyways, I really love them. Speaking of which, the music that's been plaguing this video so far is I Hold Your Anger. I was learning it on piano, and I'm very excited to complete that. So yeah, I forgot what my target was. So first off, I just want to say that I'm really excited to go see, one of their first shows on their US tour, March 28th, I think. Anyways, if you could tell by the title of this video, this is strictly about Lizzie Mayland, not this hammer. Basically, I really, really love their album, The Slow Fire Sleep. I have quite literally not shut up about it since its release on May 9th of last year. And now that I have a chance, well, first off, like, I found out that they were performing it at their concerts, but that was with someone who wrote the album with them, which I understand, that makes so much sense. But I do not live in the UK, and I guess I don't really know how many US fans there are of The Last Dinner Party, but I have a pretty big feeling that no one really knows this solo album, but I just really, really, really want to see it live. I will cry, I will die, but it's unlikely to happen, but I really, really, really want to see it live. Anyways, so let's get into why this music is so important to me as like a whole. So, one, it is absolutely beautiful, and the messages are, I don't know, they speak to me, and it's just like a big hug. The entire album is just one big musical hug. And now I'm gonna get into another reason why I am so very obsessed with The Last Dinner Party. That is not just because they're absolute fucking lutely amazing. So, basically, does anyone remember a small little band called Lovejoy? Okay. Now, I don't want to compare bands in any way, but I want to compare my experience being into the bands, and what they meant for me. So, Lovejoy, I was into it in middle school and into my sophomore year, and I went and saw them live right before the whole biting thing was announced or said to the public, I guess. And it was this beautiful experience. It was my first time it hit at a concert. It was this small venue, and I was obsessed with their music, and the community there was so amazing to get to, like, experience all of that. And then when everything came out, I was kind of sad, and I never really found another band that, like, encompassed so much for me until I found The Last Dinner Party. And I will say that I love The Last Dinner Party a lot more than I loved Lovejoy. I think their music is just so ahead of its time, and it's so good. Anyways, so if anyone remembers, the lead singer, the Brighton Biter, Wilbur Soot, released a couple solo albums. One was called Your City Gave Me Asthma, and the other was Mammalian Sighing Reflex. My sophomore year, I went through this crazy... My freshman and sophomore year, I went through this crazy, weird, depressive episode. It sucked. And this is... I strictly only listened to that album, to Mammalian Sighing Reflex, after it was released. And it made me sad, but it also, like, felt like a hug to me. And then it just comforted me in a way, I guess. And that's kind of how I feel about Lizzy's album. Now, I'm in a way happier state right now, and I don't know, I love life a lot more than I did, but I know, like, in my heart that if I went through that again and only had the Slow Fire Sleep to live off of, like, I would be okay. Just because, I don't know, I relate a lot of myself to music, and I feel like, it can help sometimes, all the time. So that's why that is. The lyrics is so good. I love it so much. I am obsessed. I don't think I could ever get bored with either of these albums. The Last Dinner Party or just Lizzy's solo album. And I think it's selfish, I know, but I really, really want to hear it live. And I don't know if I'm ever gonna get a chance to. And so that's why I'm making this, mostly. I really want that to be out there for a potential to be seen, so that that chance could be fulfilled, but it likely won't happen, one, because we don't have Imogen, and, I mean, it's a very personal album, I think, and you British people get everything better, and I'm jealous of you. Anyways, specifically, March 28th, we need this. Another fun fact about March 28th, it is like a week after my birthday, my 18th birthday. I'm gonna be finally an adult, and I think that would be a really great birthday present. I can't take myself seriously. Honestly, if we want to play that card, yes, birthday present. But I'm not the only person in the world, and I really hate feeling so selfish, but I just really, really, really want to see this so badly. Oh, yeah, so continuing on, I have never once shut up about this. I will provide evidence. Literally, I quote the lyrics literally all the time in my Instagram notes. And I have been the top listener on Airbuds for a very long time. But that is also from my Apple Music and not from Spotify. Because I looked recently and there are quite a couple more fans. There's like 30 on Earbuds from the Spotify perspective, and there's like 10, 5, maybe 7 on the Apple Music side, but I'd rather not use an app that supports noise. Anyways, I think that's about it. That's my argument. But yeah, I listened to that album so much last year, especially in June. We were at the beach, and I was just like, it was the most beautiful thing I could have ever heard. And I listened to it on the way to One Act last year, because that's about the time it came out, was when we were on our state trip. And I don't know, it's just really wonderful, and I really hope I get to see this. I will be making a sign. There will be a sign, if the venue allows it. I haven't checked yet, but there will be a sign that says, please play From the Other Side of the World, I'd Hear You. Honestly, any of the songs, but that's the one I really, really, really want to hear live. That or Homeward. Those are my top 2 right now. But I've always really loved Mother too. Okay, I love the entire album. That's what I'm trying to say, but I really, really, really want to hear From the Other Side of the World, I'd Hear You live. Yeah, so I really hope this gets out there. I really hope it happens. If not, I won't be super bummed because I'm seeing The Last Dinner Party live. And I'm also seeing Rifle live. Also, my friends and I, we started a band, and the first song I've ever, learned by ear was Rifle, which I think is really cool. I, figured out all the guitar and stuff for it, and I'm really proud of myself. And we're also learning My Lady of Mercy, and I've learned the bass for it, which is actually, I started learning bass because of The Last Dinner Party. I don't even have a bass yet, but I love bass so much. So thank you. Thank you. Have a wonderful Valentine's Day. That is on Saturday. And I love everyone. I really hope this happens, but who knows? Bye.